Mohamed Salah replacements as Liverpool given 3 names including Everton star. Liverpool are claimed to be keeping a close eye on a number of potential Mohamed Salah replacements. Mohamed Salah has not yet been at his frightening best for Liverpool this season. Liverpool icon Robbie Fowler reckons that the Reds will have a trio of stars on their radar to replace the aging Mohamed Salah, including one Everton player. The 33-year-old was a standout performer for Arne Slot's side last season as they stormed to the Premier League title. The Egyptian netted an impressive 34 goals in 52 appearances across all competitions, setting up an additional 23 goals for his teammates. However, Salah has found it challenging to replicate the same form this season with just 5 goals and 3 assists in 16 games so far this campaign. Liverpool's dip in form has raised questions, with Salah being one of several high-profile stars to face criticism. Virgil van Dijk sets new record, but Liverpool teammate told he's best player. Liverpool's forward has struggled since signing new terms ahead of the current campaign. His contract at Anfield was due to expire before the start of the 2025-26 Premier League season, but he signed a new deal with the Reds to extend his stay. Salah's current contract runs out in the summer of 2027, and the Reds are reportedly eyeing a number of potential successors for when he eventually departs the club. Bournemouth star Antoine Semenyo, who has a 65 million release clause which becomes active in January, has been consistently linked with a move to Anfield as Salah's successor and has impressed for Andoni Iraola's side again this season. Iliman Ndiaye has been tipped for a surprise move to Liverpool from Everton. One-time Liverpool striker Fowler has commented on the potential transfer of Ghanaian international Semenyo from Bournemouth to Anfield, as well as the exciting prospect of Iliman Ndiaye making a surprise cross-city move. In an interview with Adventure Gamers, Fowler stated, "I saw Liverpool were linked with Bournemouth's Antoine Semenyo. Yakuba Minte has been very good for Brighton, and that's the beauty of the Premier League. If you've got a player who's playing well and performing, you're going to get linked with other clubs. Would Brighton want him to go? No. Bournemouth won't want Semenyo to go, and Everton won't want Ndiaye to leave either. Salah's not going to be around forever, even though he's just signed a new contract. But anyone who Liverpool think can fit that bill, they're going to try and sign them." Fabrizio Romano drops Vinicius Jr. bombshell after Man U TD trumped Chelsea with 200 million offer. Real Madrid winger Vinicius Jr. Man U TD and Chelsea badges. Amid spectacular claims regarding both Chelsea and Manchester United preparing offers for Vinicius Jr., Fabrizio Romano has provided much-needed clarity on the situation. Vinicius Jr. may be one of world football's premier forwards, though his job security in Real Madrid is not what you might expect. Numerous reports have talked up trouble in the relationship between the Brazilian and new Madrid boss, Xabi Alonso. The latest from Sky Sports reporter, Sasha Tavalieri, confirmed all is not well between the pair. Vinicius's dissatisfaction with Alonso was most evident when reacting angrily to his substitution in Real's clash with Barcelona on October 27th, with the winger also caught mouthing, "I'm leaving." Vinicius has since offered a public apology for his antics, but there are growing suggestions the current campaign will be his last at the Bernabeu. Tavalieri claimed the likeliest outcome is a mega money move to Saudi Arabia in the summer of 2026. However, reports from Spanish outlet Fichajes have talked up a switch to the Premier League. First to be linked were Chelsea, who according to their report, were putting the pieces in place to bid 150 million, 132 million. Such a deal would not only smash Chelsea's transfer record, but also take the British record away from Liverpool and Alexander Isak, 125 million. Naturally, the report, given it came from Fichajes, has been treated with suspicion, and taking to YouTube, transfer guru Romano has set the record straight. From Spain in the recent days, let me say it's quite typical in the international break. We also saw links between Vinicius Jr. and Chelsea, began Romano. Some reports in Spain saying that Vini is probably one of the players being considered by Chelsea in case he decides to leave Real Madrid. Guys, what I can tell you is, it's not about the quality of this player. It's not about like or don't like players like Vinicius. But Chelsea are going in a different direction. They're going in the direction of Estevao, of Cole Palmer, of new signings like Diner Ordonez. Chelsea are going in that direction. Talented players, of course, also important players ready to make an impact, but opportunities in the case of Vinicius. The salaries and cost of the eventual deals would be massive. Chelsea are going in a different direction. I always say remember the Victor Osimhen deal from summer 2024. Chelsea were in conversations to sign Osimhen, but they decided not to proceed because they didn't want to change their salary structure. The salary is something really important when you mention Chelsea, and when you mention transfer news at Chelsea. Romano concluded by declaring there is zero in claims Vinicius Jr. will transfer to Chelsea. What about Man United? Fishages are known for their liberal relationship with the truth, though they're nothing if not persistent. In the aftermath of their fanciful claims about Chelsea, the outlet went one better when claiming Man United have trumped the Blues. Manchester United are preparing a $200 million offer for the signing of Vinicius Jr., the report's headline read. They added, Manchester United have decided to go all out to secure Vinicius Jr., even after Chelsea put forward an offer close to $150 million. The Old Trafford club want to preempt any competition and are preparing a $200 million bid to guarantee his signing before the Londoners can advance their negotiations. Internal reports from Manchester United indicate that Vinicius Jr. is their top priority for the upcoming transfer window, convinced that his ability to unbalance defenses and his attacking style can transform the team. The investment, while substantial, is not a concern for the sporting management, who consider the Brazilian a long-term strategic investment. Meanwhile, Real Madrid is already considering the situation. The club is evaluating the possibility of closing a chapter and believes this could be the best opportunity to secure a historic return on Vinicius Jr. Furthermore, the presence of several interested clubs is accelerating the need to make a decision. Team Talk have asked sources whether there is a shred of truth in the claims, and the results came back negative. Put simply, this is nonsense from a notoriously unreliable outlet that should not be taken seriously by those looking for the inside track on transfer news. Latest Man United and Chelsea news, Carlos Baleba, Kenan Yildiz. In other news, Romano as well as our own insider, Dean Jones, have both confirmed Carlos Baleba is Man United's true no one target in central midfield. What's more, the Brighton man's head has been turned and he'll now gladly jump ship to Old Trafford if offered the opportunity. The full details in Man United's potential move for Baleba, including when it could occur and for how much, can be found here. Elsewhere, the ever-busy Romano has revealed what he's been hearing about Chelsea moving for Juventus and Turkey ace Kenan Yildiz. Players the age and profile of Yildiz, 20, are more the sort of targets Chelsea will move for, and not ready-made and wildly expensive superstars like Vinicius. Mohamed Salah versus Bukayo Saka decision made as Liverpool star told he has to change. Former Liverpool midfielder Danny Murphy says he would still rather have Mohamed Salah over Arsenal counterpart Bukayo Saka. Mohamed Salah has been backed by ex-Red star Danny Murphy, but only if he improves his defending. Former Liverpool midfielder Danny Murphy says he would still rather have Mohamed Salah over Arsenal counterpart Bukayo Saka, but says it's time for the Egypt star to embrace more defensive responsibility under Arne Slot. Salah's most recent goal for the Reds came on November 1st when Aston Villa were beaten 2-0 at Anfield, which is the latest the numbered 11 has gone in all of his 9 seasons to date, before reaching 5 for the term. Saka, meanwhile, has played a big part in an Arsenal side that currently tops the Premier League table, although the England international actually has 2 fewer than Salah's haul so far. Arne Slot told to make Liverpool formation switch, as Alexander Isak given fresh challenge. Salah is Liverpool's all-time leading marksman of the Premier League era, and with 250 goals across all competitions at Anfield, only Roger Hunt and Ian Rush have scored more for the club. And speaking on TalkSport, ex-midfielder Murphy says that is what sets Salah apart from Arsenal man Saka, who is 9 years the Liverpool star's junior. I'd probably just still go with Salah over Saka, because he can score goals from anywhere, Murphy said. You know, he's just got this knack of scoring unbelievable goals more regularly. Giving Salah the license to not defend against a left-back who loves going forward and isn't even a left-back in Nico O'Reilly, who has been brilliant recently, I couldn't believe what I was watching, to be honest, against Manchester City. I don't know how he, Arne Slot, can keep watching the same thing and not change it. And it's not like Salah can't do the running. He hasn't asked him to see if he can. He doesn't have to do it every single time, but he has spent so long not doing it. Last season, Salah came out and said he was enjoying it more because he doesn't have to defend as much as he did with Jurgen Klopp. But it's just time and time again, and I don't think he needs to be dropped because he's such a threat, but I think you've got to tell him to defend. Salah is expected to be part of the Liverpool team that hosts Nottingham Forest at Anfield on November 22nd. Liverpool push for Antoine Semenyo gains momentum after Fabrizio Romano drops update. Antoine Semenyo's fast start to the season at Bournemouth has sparked talk of a potential move to Liverpool. The Ghanaian forward has already racked up 6 Premier League goals and 3 assists, and there is growing belief that it could lead him to a bigger club sooner rather than later. Recent reports suggested fans should not expect anything to happen in January, with the summer window seen as a more realistic time for any deal. But that has not stopped speculation about an earlier move from building momentum. Fabrizio Romano, long regarded as one of the most reliable voices in transfer news, has now weighed in on where things stand between Semenyo and Liverpool. Antoine Semenyo being watched by Liverpool scouts. Semenyo's rise at Bournemouth has been steady, if not spectacular, since his arrival in January 2023. Liverpool supporters have drawn early comparisons to Sadio Mane, impressed by Semenyo's pace, finishing ability, and intelligence on the ball. While those links may be premature, there is growing evidence that the Reds are keeping a close eye on the forward. Romano addressed the speculation during a Q&A on Threads. When asked about Liverpool's interest in Semenyo, he replied, "They're Liverpool following Semenyo progress closely, that's for sure," he wrote. While Romano did not suggest an immediate move was on the cards, it does add weight to reports that Liverpool have genuine interest in the striker ahead of this summer window. Why a move for Antoine Semenyo does not fit Liverpool's needs. Some Liverpool fans seem convinced Semenyo is exactly what the club needs right now, but we are not entirely sold on that idea at HITC. The Ghanaian forward has quality and would add something different to the squad, but considering the likely fee involved, he does not quite feel like a top-level signing. It might be wiser for Liverpool to use that kind of money on a high-caliber centre-back like Alessandro Bastoni, or invest in an established talent such as Bradley Barcola. Arne Slot told Liverpool transfer should have never happened after latest blow. Liverpool have been sent a clear transfer message after being handed a major blow in their hopes of retaining their Premier League crown. Arne Slot has been sent a Liverpool transfer message. Liverpool have been told why they should never have sold Luis Diaz during the summer transfer window. The Reds sanctioned the exit of the Colombia international in a deal with Bayern Munich worth up to $65 million. Diaz has since gone on to enjoy an impressive start to life in Germany, scoring 11 goals across 17 appearances in all competitions. After Liverpool let Diaz leave the club, the Reds went to the transfer market to strengthen their forward options with the arrivals of Hugo Ekitike and Alexander Isak. Ekitike started the season in impressive form with 6 goals in all competitions, but has not scored in the Premier League since September 20. Isak has 1 goal to his name for Liverpool since his $125 million switch from Newcastle, with the Sweden international's only strike coming against Southampton in the Carabao Cup. Liverpool have been told why they should never have sold Luis Diaz during the summer transfer window. The Reds sanctioned the exit of the Colombia international in a deal with Bayern Munich worth up to $65 million. Diaz has since gone on to enjoy an impressive start to life in Germany, scoring 11 goals across 17 appearances in all competitions. After Liverpool let Diaz leave the club, the Reds went to the transfer market to strengthen their forward options with the arrivals of Hugo Ekitike and Alexander Isak. Ekitike started the season in impressive form with 6 goals in all competitions, but has not scored in the Premier League since September 20. Isak has 1 goal to his name for Liverpool since his $125 million switch from Newcastle, with the Sweden international's only strike coming against Southampton in the Carabao Cup. Virgil van Dijk rejected as Chelsea star names Liverpool transfer target toughest opponent. Former Premier League striker Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank has explained why Liverpool should not have let Diaz leave the club. The former Chelsea star also questioned the effect of the Reds bringing both Ekitike and Isak to the club, with Arne Slot being regularly quizzed about potentially selecting the duo in the same starting lineup. Hasselbank's verdict comes after Liverpool were handed another blow in their hopes of retaining the Premier League title, having lost 3-0 to rivals Manchester City last weekend. They let Luis Diaz go, which in my eyes should have never happened. They should have gone and got a winger then, said Hasselbank during an appearance on Sky Sports News. He continued, "You have got Hugo Ekitike in the building. He is doing well. He hit the ground running. He was scoring. Alexander Isak comes in and Ekitike goes on the bench. What does that do to Ekitike, and what else does that do for the squad? Luis Diaz left Liverpool to join Bayern Munich. Whatever you say is not good, and that is the problem you're going to get. You have that problem, then on top of that, you have to find a place for Wirtz. Don't forget Wirtz in there, you have to find a place. Ibrahima Konate offers Liverpool contract update and hints at when decision will be made. Ibrahima Konate has offered a new update on his Liverpool future ahead of his contract expiring next summer. Ibrahima Konate attends a press conference at the Tofik Bahramov Republican Stadium in Baku. Ibrahima Konate has revealed he hopes to announce his decision about his future very soon, as he dismissed claims that Liverpool had made him another new contract offer. The France international's current deal expires at the end of the season. The defender revealed back in January that he had been offered a new deal by the Reds, but was not yet close to signing an extension. Alexander Isak injury twist as Sweden reveal plan for Liverpool striker. He is not ready. Now 6 months on, and the 26-year-old is still yet to sign a new contract. Linked with the likes of Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain, he will be free to sign a pre-contract agreement with overseas clubs from January 1st. But Konate is hopeful that his future will soon be resolved, as he once again rubbished speculation about his contract negotiations with the Reds. "I've seen a lot of things in the press recently, like Liverpool have made me a new offer," he said. "I don't know where that's coming from. My agents are continuing discussions with Liverpool. I hope my decision will be made very soon so I can announce it." Meanwhile, Konate also shared his delight for Reds teammate Hugo Ekitike after seeing the striker score his first goal for France in their 4-0 victory over Ukraine. "At Liverpool, there's a different intensity compared to the Bundesliga," he said at a pre-match press conference ahead of France's final World Cup qualifier against Azerbaijan. "Everyone experienced that. I challenged him when he arrived. After training, he was a bit tired. He didn't want to go to the gym at first, so I looked him in the eyes for 5 seconds and said, 'Do you want to play for the French national team?' I left the room, and when I came back, he was in the gym. He works hard every day. He's really stepped up in that regard. I think he turned a corner because of that." He made a strong case for himself in France's last match. "I was extremely happy for him after his goal against Ukraine because he was heavily criticized before, especially during his time at PSG. He had some difficult times, but he's on the right track.